the Republic of Biak-na-Bato, officially referred to in its constitution as the Republic of the Philippines, was the first republic ever declared in the Philippines by the revolutionary Emilio Aguinaldo and his fellow members of the Katipunan. Despite its successes, including the establishment of the Philippines' first-ever constitution, the republic lasted just over a month. This was after a peace treaty was signed by Aguinaldo and the Spanish Governor-General, Fernando Primo de Rivera, that includes Aguinaldo's exile to Hong Kong. Government. The Constitution of the Republic of Biak-na-Bato was written by Felix Ferrer and Isabel Artacho, who copied the Cuban Constitution of Jim Maguire nearly word for word. It provided for the creation of a Supreme Council, which was created on November 2, 1897, with the following as officers having been elected. History. The initial concept of the Republic began during the latter part of the Philippine Revolution, when the leader of the Katipunan, Emilio Aguinaldo, became surrounded by Spanish forces at his headquarters in Tales, Batangas. Aguinaldo slipped through the Spanish cordon and, with 500 picked men, proceeded to Biak-na-Bato, a wilderness area at the town of San Miguel, Bulacan. When news of Aguinaldo's arrival there reached the towns of central Luzon, men from the Ilocos provinces, Nueva Ecija, Pangasinan, Tarlac, and Zambales renewed their armed resistance against the Spanish. Unable to persuade the revolutionaries to give up their arms, Governor-General Primo de Rivera issued a decree on July 2, 1897, which prohibited inhabitants from leaving their villages and towns. Contrary to his expectations, they continued fighting. Within days, Aguinaldo and his men planned the establishment of a republic. Aguinaldo issued a proclamation from his hideout in Biak-na-Bato entitled "To the Brave Sons of the Philippines," in which he listed his revolutionary demands as, the expulsion of the friars and the return to the Filipinos of the lands which they had appropriated for themselves. Representation in the Spanish Cortes. Freedom of the press and tolerance of all religious sects. Equal treatment and pay for peninsular and insular civil servants. Abolition of the power of the government to banish civil citizens. Legal equality of all persons. On November 1, 1897, the Provisional Constitution for the Biak-na-Bato Republic was signed. The preamble of the Constitution included the statement that, by the end of 1897, Governor-General Primo de Rivera accepted the impossibility of quelling the revolution by force of arms. In a statement of the Cortes Generals, he said, "I can take Biak-na-Bato, any military man can take it, but I cannot answer that I could crush the rebellion." Desiring to make peace with Aguinaldo, he sent emissaries to Aguinaldo seeking a peaceful settlement. Nothing was accomplished until Pedro A. Patino, a distinguished lawyer from Manila, volunteered to act as negotiator. On August 9, 1897, Patino proposed a peace based on reforms and amnesty to Aguinaldo. In succeeding months, practicing shuttle diplomacy, Patino traveled back and forth between Manila and Biak-na-Bato carrying proposals and counter-proposals. Patino's efforts led to a peace agreement called the Pact of Biak-na-Bato. This consisted of 3 documents, the first 2 being signed on December 14, 1897, and the third being signed on December 15, effectively ending the Republic of Biak-na-Bato. In 1899, Aguinaldo wrote in retrospect that the principal conditions of the pact were the mother of Biak-na-Bato, Trinidad Texan, Katipunan of San Miguel, Bulacan. Legacy. On November 16, 1937, a 2,117 hectares block in the Biak-na-Bato area was declared a national park by Manuel L. Quezon in honor of the Republic. In the 1970s, Ferdinand Marcos issued orders guiding mineral prospecting and exploitation in government reservation which impacted the park boundaries. On April 11, 1989, Corazon Aquino issued Proclamation No. 401, which redefined the boundaries of the Biak-na-Bato National Park. The proclamation set aside 952 hectares as mineral reservation, 938 hectares as watershed reservation and 480 hectares as forest reserve. Notes. See also, List of unofficial presidents of the Philippines. References, Agoncillo, Teodoro C. 1960, History of the Filipino People, Quezon City, Garotech Publishing, ISBN 971-8711-06-6, Aguinaldo, Emilio, True Version of the Philippine Revolution, Authorama Public Domain Books, Zaid, Sonyu M., The Philippines, A Unique Nation, All Nations Publishing Company, ISBN 971-642-071-4. External links, A Complete Collection of Philippine Constitutions, Biak-na-Bato Constitution, Biak-na-Bato Constitution, Biak-na-Bato Constitution, Natural Springs and Caves of Biak-na-Bato, PhilippinesiNsider.com, Biak-na-Bato, Waypoints PH, Biak-na-Bato, Chksmania.com.